see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone?
J. Cole, Jermaine Cole. I was going to wait to review this album until, you know, the Fall Off came out, but then the Kendrick diss made it more urgent, made it so that I had to, you know, talk about this album. This album, you know, it's not exactly supposed to be a masterwork. It's not supposed to be a masterpiece. It's just supposed to be like something for us to hold on to until the actual thing comes along, and it feels like that. My relationship with J. Cole has evolved significantly over the years. I wouldn't say I hated J. Cole. I didn't hate J. Cole. I sort of resented him. People used to always compare Cole to Kendrick, and I knew deep in my heart that J. Cole was not in the same fucking league as Kendrick. They're not playing the same fucking sport. J. Cole is nowhere near Kendrick in rapping, in artistry, in anything. But since they're the most popular, conscious rappers, they were pitted against each other a lot. And that made me mad. That made me really mad. Because I didn't like J. Cole. I didn't like 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I didn't like it at all. But his fucking fans picked that album up and just launched it into the stratosphere. His fans were the reason why it went platinum with no features. And his fans are the reason why we will never forget the fact that 2014 Forest Hills Drive went platinum with no features. That album's not good. I really tried to like give that album a chance. I really did. I listened to it all the way through and it bored the fuck out of me. It was so boring. Like, he has no right to call To Pimp a Butterfly boring. 2014 Forest Hills Drive is so boring. It's not good. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That album's not good. I don't like that album. I was completely anti J. Cole for a long time. But as I matured and as I grew more open to things, and as J. Cole matured and improved as a rapper and an artist, I've grown to not only be able to stand J. Cole, but I like him. I like some of his songs. I think he's a very capable rapper. He has a lot of great features. He's a genuinely great feature rapper. Like, he murders so many songs. He'll say some corny shit every now and then that almost ruins the song. More often than not, it doesn't. And now, I genuinely look forward to J. Cole releases because I might find a song on there that I really like. Because J. Cole is fine. He's not Kendrick Lamar. He's just fine. 7 Minute Drill. When I first saw the title of this song, I thought it was going to be 7 minutes. I thought it was going to be 7 straight minutes of Cole dissing Kendrick. Turns out, 7 Minute Drill was more in reference to the process of making the song. Cole gave the producer 7 minutes to make a beat, he got 7 minutes to write a verse, and this was a song. It's very much just fine, you know? It's not even that mean of a diss when compared to like the history of rap disses, right? I didn't know Drake had a kid until Pusha T told me. That's the level of dissing you have to reach if you're gonna go after Kendrick especially. And all you have for Kendrick is To Pimp a Butterfly was boring. This was a very lukewarm diss. This was very just fine. If you are going to diss someone, you really gotta diss them. Really do it. Don't compliment. Your third shit was so big and that was your prime, man. What the fuck kind of line is that in a diss track? We really should have known that this wasn't going to go well considering Cole's history with beef. This made me think back on the Cole No Name beef. Number one, Cole was like 10 points down from the beginning when it came to the No Name beef. Like, he was fighting from a deficit. He was way behind because No Name made some points. We were in the midst of a huge historical moment with the pandemic and George Floyd's death and the general BLM unrest and riots, and Cole wasn't saying shit. Cole wasn't saying anything. And No Name called him out, right? And J. Cole came back with bars saying, I don't fucking read. That's all he said. I don't fucking read. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. And No Name torched his ass. No Name took a fucking cannon and blew his ass out of the sky. Of any rapper to be embarrassed by, I wouldn't want like the mindful, black power, black unity, community ass rapper to fucking roast the fuck out of me. If anyone lost a beef ever, Cole lost the No Name beef so bad, and he has not come back from that. So it's probably for the best that he remove himself from this Kendrick Drake shitstorm that's going on right now. He's getting a lot of flack for that, but I don't think he's that guy. He's a nice guy. He got the dreads, dresses like a homeless person. He's about peace or whatever. I don't fucking know. The sport of beef rap, you know, is a very petty, very toxic sport. It's not for the weak of heart, weak of mind, weak of will. There's no place for kindness or sincerity. It's war. It's a war out there. Cole just doesn't have that in him. Cole doesn't have that gear. You gotta feel sorry for him. Because this, I think, irreparably damaged his case for best in the world. Best in the game. Pricey. Now let's talk about the actual album. Not a very significant way to open your album. I like the hook. I don't like much else. Crocodile Tears. I remember this was one of the tracks he previewed off of this album. I was interested. It got my attention. Grimy ass beat. I dig it. But the actual song, it just feels like it loses all momentum. Ready 24. I like that Cole has a deep respect and admiration for some of his forebears in hip hop. And I like the Cameron's on this album. It's always nice to see him. I don't like his rapping. I don't like how he raps on this song at all. Hunting Wabbits. HYB. This feels like the TikTok song. I know Cole will probably deny it until his dying day, but this feels like the song to get the kids dancing on TikTok. I mean, why else would you put Central C on a track besides to get like 15 to 20 year olds to listen to your album? Fever. You niggas can't sing. You can't sing. No amount of autotune is going to help you guys sing. Why does every rap album have to have a terrible autotune song now? Why? You can't sing. Sticks and Stones. Probably my favorite song on this album. Probably the best song on this album. Definitely the best song on this album. I like the beat a lot. I like it a lot. And Cole's rapping is good. It's not just passable or fine. It's good. Pie. J fucking Cole. This song is pretty good for the first half. I like Schoolboy Q and Daylight's back and forth. It's a good song. And then J. Cole. He gets on this shit with maybe one of his worst bars ever. A bar so bad, it ruins the song. Because not only is it offensive, it's just bad. It's so bad. The bar is so fucking bad. You take all the transphobia and unfunniness out of it, it's still a bad fucking bar objectively. It's a dumb fucking bar. Stealth Mode. Nothing. I don't have nothing to say about this song. 3001. This was the other song he leaked from this album. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is interesting. This is good. I love this beat. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the song though. I might need to listen to it a couple more times. The beat is great, but Cole's rapping just, I don't know how I feel about it. Trey the Truth and Ibiza. I think this was always intended on being the final track of this album. I don't know, maybe not. With him taking off the Kendrick diss, 7-minute drill, this is the final track. It just feels like another song. It doesn't feel like the ending to this album. It just feels like another song on the album. Like, you could put it anywhere in this album and it won't make any difference. Evidently, this isn't Cole's last album for the year. This evidently is just a prelude into, you know, the bigger, more epic fall off. What's probably going to be his last album, which is wild. Evidently, he's going to retire. Can we ban rappers from, you know, teasing retirement? I'm so tired of it. You think you're a fucking athlete? No! Stop that shit, please, God. It's so fucking annoying. It's such a ploy for attention. Like, I'm thinking about retiring. I'm going to retire at 35. Shut up! Just don't drop anything. Just shut the fuck up. That's retirement. You're not fucking LeBron James. You don't have to formally announce your retirement. That's so fucking dumb. You're a rapper. Anyways, back to this album. This album, it feels like an appetizer. It feels like the thing before the thing. It's not the thing. It's the beginning. And it sounds like it. It's not made with much intention or care. It just sounds like a bunch of tracks. It sounds like a bunch of just throwaways. And the Kendrick response both helped it and hurt it. It helped it in that it got a bunch of attention and got a bunch of streams, and it's doing great numbers because everyone's like, oh, he made this entire album responding to Kendrick, when in reality he didn't. He's been teasing this album for like weeks now, months at this point, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he didn't know about the Kendrick diss when he was recording this album. It has nothing to do with Kendrick. And so it hurt the album in that people were over-analyzing this album because of the Kendrick diss. They thought every single line is about Kendrick. Every single song is about Kendrick. At least a large portion of the population does and did. But it's really just something to, you know, whet our appetites for the fall off, to get us more excited for the fall off, for the actual thing. It's just a trifle. Hence the name, might delete later. It's not meant to be something serious. And that's fine. That's fine. You know? Yeah. Andre 3000 didn't do this like, oh man, I'm thinking about retiring, man, I just don't know, I just don't want to rap anymore. No, he just shut the fuck up and picked up a flute.
Track